Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are still working on grabbing some territory over here, but we are largely transitioning into the mid-game at this point. The early game is over, and we're still in a little bit of a land grab situation over here, but mostly we are entering mid-game at this point. However, we are eyeing up end-game, not mid-game. Hello. Now this is interesting. City District Housing +1. We're going to grab that because that will be important later, not because it is important now. Because it's absolutely not important now, but it probably will be later. I say probably. It definitely will be important later. 100%. Now, one of the things that we are very interested in technologically is in our society research, actually. I'm usually more interested in physics research, but in this game, because of the constraint that we placed on ourselves that we're not allowed to terraform, habitability increases are actually a huge deal for us. So that's going to be interesting. Also, we have a building slot available on Batrac Prime. Now, we currently have an energy grid on here. This is a generator world. I'm just checking to see if there's anything in here like, for example, a gas extraction facility or anything like that available. That is not the case, so we need to think about what we want buildings to be on this world. Now, ever since the rework, I mean, yeah, there's refineries and things like that. And that might not be a terrible idea. Ever since the rework, there are no longer, the planet rework, a couple patches back, there are no longer buildings that you can construct to generate energy credits other than commercial zones, which give 5 jobs. That's a lot of jobs. It's potentially an option. Energy grid, of course, is only the energy credits from technicians. We could theoretically go for the commercial zones. It is an option. If we do that, we're going to have a pretty drastic housing issue. So let's think about this. A generator district is housing neutral. That said, we have 8 districts currently available. We do have some tile blockers here that we could clear out. We'll get to those. But if we build a generator district, yeah. If we max out our generator districts, then we're not going to max out our city districts, which means that this is going to all be housing neutral, which means that we are going to run out of housing very quickly if we have commercial zones. A commercial zone basically requires a city district. And even then, that's actually housing negative. That's 7 jobs for 5 housing. So we can't just spam out the commercial zones. We can have a couple here or there, but we're going to have to intersperse luxury residences in with them. And at that point, let's see, these produce trade value. 10 trade value, okay. At that point, I'm almost wondering if it wouldn't be better to just get exotic gases. I think we'll do that for now. And that'll get us even with our jobs and housing so that we can work on generator districts. Okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. That should be fine. Now let's check in on our fleet over this way. It is on its way over to Grumium. We are... Yeah, this will recalculate, but we are currently running out of consumer goods. We are going to have to purchase a few more of those unless we can get another factory into Thredma. Or more specifically, oh, that would be a minor job. Okay. We already do have all of our artisans here. Sounds good. We would need to get 4 more population in here. if we wanted to build another civilian industry. We should probably, however, consider putting in another industrial world. We're almost certainly going to need one. And Zoltan Prime, I think, is a reasonable option. So we'll have this be an industry world. And we'll just earmark that accordingly. So we will have this be an industrial world. Now, it does bear noting for that power world, if we wanted to give up the 20% technician output, we theoretically could and go to urban worlds. Oh, that's just cost and build speed. Never mind. I thought that increased our housing. Nope. And that is definitely not something that we're going to do. Bureaucratic centers are also going to be useful as we continue to have our empire sprawl go up. But that's okay for now. I do want to check in on our piracy situation over here on these trade routes. So the Canopus trade route here, we are only receiving 56% value due to piracy along the route. And let's see here. Piracy is 8.3 over there. 14.15. Okay, piracy is fully suppressed in Sredma. Okay. 2.67. Fully suppressed there. Okay, it looks like our piracy is getting fully suppressed, although this just ticked down. It's continually ticking down. Okay. Where are we losing this at? We're losing it at Siagawa, which is, of course, here. We are losing it at primarily Siagawa. Also Xania, which is here. Marfark here, and Atlas here. So this is where all of our trade routes come together and start heading into our capital. Gotcha. So we can see here that our current piracy is going down. But it seems like this one patrol is insufficient. We are definitely making losses here. So we should definitely do something about that. Let's go up to Canopus. And yes, we are over our naval cap, but that won't be the case for very long. We are going to get naval cap of plus 30 here in 2 months, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and queue ourselves up. 1, 2, and eventually a 3rd corvette as soon as we have the alloys for that, which we will have shortly. 1 more month tick on that. That'll be fine. Now we are going to lose our consumer goods. I'm just going to buy in 50 for right now. I'm slightly concerned about our energy credits. That said, our naval cap is currently increasing our maintenance costs by 2%. Is that alloys or is that also increasing our energy credits cost? I do see that there's a ship cost there, so we might be able to do something with that.
A study has been completed.
Oh my. Plus 117? Okay. That pretty much solves our problem. Empire Sprawl from Pops, from Psionic Theory. This is exactly what we want. We want to go Psionics. Fantastic. This came up. That was really lucky for us. We will 100% grab that. Regan Commerce Exchange. Hello. And let's get that other Corvette queued up. Because we clearly need additional patrols over here. Due to a major clerical error, parts of Zoltan Prime has fallen behind in infrastructure maintenance and accommodation services. The people live in rather bleak conditions and will not tolerate it for long. Remedying these problems will cost us time and effort. Okay, slums and wasteland. That's to be expected. Let's go ahead and bump up our purchase of consumer goods a little bit here to 35. And yeah, I do see that energy credits there. We will also sell a few more of these, perhaps to 120, and we'll get up our food to about 50. No, not 140, 50. Actually, let's go to 65. We do want to tackle those issues, but that is a project for the mid-game. And since we are entering the mid-game, we will begin to start tackling those. Yes, we are still losing food, but that's okay. I consider this to be acceptable. Okay, so this armada over here, we definitely want it to go to Siagawa. And you are moving to the Atlas system right now. That's fine. We don't actually need it to go into Voidpool. This is a slight inefficiency here. Voidpool handles itself due to the station there. So, we'll just move these guys to Atlas, and we will now immediately turn them around to Siagawa and just patrol these 4 systems. I want to check in. Yeah, similarly here, Chemgalaria does not need to be entered. They're going to Gothra right now. That's fine. We'll move them there. Let's see about making all of these patrols just a little bit more efficient. So this is a very lengthy patrol. And it is currently going into Siagawa. Wait, where are you going? We just want the Troubled Armada. You go from Canopus. Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and travel there for right now. And similarly here. Go there for now. We may want to include Gothra in this one and actually have these guys patrol from Parima over to... Well, no, that would only be 2. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and rework these a little bit, these patrols. But I do still want to get this second group that is coming over here. That is, of course, these guys. I want to get them in here because we clearly do need additional patrols over there. Now, we can go ahead and grab ourselves another tradition here. And what do we get for maxing out prosperity? A merchant job per 50 pops. For adaptability, it'll unlock planetary prospecting that allows us to prospect for additional resource deposit on our planets. Okay. And for harmony, it is Empire Sprawl from pops. That would be pretty good. We are going to get that. Let's see. I think we're just going to max out prosperity first for that additional housing. And also the additional job is not the worst thing. We're going to run out of food eventually, but I want to make sure that our various patrols are set up correctly. This patrol is, frankly, not. It should stay where it's at, and then from here, it should patrol just to Siagawa. Ignore Camglaria, ignore Canopus. Those are irrelevant. We did just lose our nanite actuators. We are not able to reactivate that one because we don't have the nanites for it. Fair enough. I do want to check in on our construction ships. This one can be moved up over here. This construction ship can begin constructing here. Excellent. Okay, so that patrol is fine. These guys will arrive in Siagawa. And I want these guys to be in Atlas when they arrive in Siagawa. Okay, you guys are currently in Gothra, so let's have you patrol up to Niza Taram. Like this. And then these guys will simply patrol these 3 systems. We do not need to enter Astici. Okay, and up here for patrols... Let's see here. Where is that other fleet at? Do we not have a fleet that goes up here? I guess this patrols this entire area. Right? Yes, it does. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems. So that might be okay. That is not the direction I want it to patrol. I want it to go the same way as the trade route map mode. So, instead, we want it to stay where it's at, and I wish there was a good way to, like, shift-click these patrols, but I'm pretty sure this backtracks the whole way. Oh, look at that. That is disgusting. Why did it pathfind like that? Oh, okay. So... I mean, it's this connection here that's causing us an issue. One thing we could do is temporarily. We could go in here. Oh, we can't forbid systems that we own? Sad. I was going to forbid these two systems to force it to go that direction. Okay. Yeah, this is an incorrect patrol. We have to hit these two because of the direction of this trade route. Unless we are able to modify and make it go this way. That doesn't seem to be the case. The trade route is what the trade route is. Okay. Well, that's going to make things interesting. We could patrol to there, and then from there to there? Ah, but it backtracks like that. Why won't it connect the patrol here? That's baffling. So we go to there. And then from there, ideally, to here. This is slightly obnoxious. I don't know why it's not wanting to let me do that. Well, maybe I do know why it's not wanting to let me do that. Let's send it right to the middle. And then I think we can get it from there. Yeah, that edict expired. That's fine. And yeah, we're just having some monthly trade issues, which is causing our economy to just kind of fluctuate. But that's fine. I'm not too concerned. Okay. So these guys are almost in position. Once these guys are in position, here's the idea. We are going to have them patrol from here to here, and then it seems to calculate from the current system you're in. So we patrol like this, and then we also patrol like this. That should do what I want it to do. Excellent. Let's go ahead and begin construction on these mining and research stations. And now we can patrol to here, and also to here, and we'll be hitting it twice as frequently because we have 2 patrol fleets patrolling this, just because the sheer amount of trade value coming through here is quite high. So that should help out with this issue. Yeah, you can see that that's actually growing. The Kroll are becoming more militaristic, that's fine. Excellent. And now that we're actually hitting these 2 systems instead of, I think, patrolling up here, we should be doing much, much better in terms of our actual piracy. Yeah, we're able to suppress that nicely. Good. The Senate is in session. They're currently working on leveraged privateering, increase of trade value by 10%, and trade protection of +10. Bureaucrat upkeep is increased, and naval capacity is reduced. But we'll vote for it. I think that's fine-ish. Okay, this is our army up here, or rather our fleet up here. We're going to come over and engage these guys. It's going to be a pretty big battle. We're going to take some losses. There is no doubt about that in my mind. Let's see, we're currently lacking a little bit of influence to grab this system, but once we grab it, we can colonize. That's great. There's a reason that we're not colonizing these, by the way, just for the record. There is a reason. And that reason has to do with spoilers for that archaeological site. Okay, in we go. We should win this, but we'll probably take losses. But that's okay. We can live with that. Getting these guys out of here will, of course, help us quite a lot. Got those blue lasers now. Solid upgrade. We did lose a destroyer, it looks like, and a corvette. But that's not too bad to replace, honestly. Very nice. Okay, let's go repair them. They can go back to this station for repairs, which is nice. We did just complete research station output. That's good. I think we will grab... All of these are good. I think we'll grab specialized combat computers at this time. That should be fine. These guys close borders to us. We will reciprocate. Okay. We're out of consumer goods right now, and we're losing 13 per month, and I think that is because we are still having some issues with our monthly trade price. But that's absolutely fine. We'll buy in a little bit over here, and we'll just purchase like 2,500 trade or consumer goods rather. That'll keep us afloat for a good long time as we work on getting additional mining, or actually more specifically additional industrial worlds online. This tech world needs housing. Of course, housing on a tech world means a city district. There we go. And yeah, you can see that was absolutely a purchasing error. That'll happen, especially as we reshuffle jobs. Excellent. So we are just going to continue to work on getting our economy online. What's the galactic community up to? Not a whole lot. Okay. Don't know why it was saying that there was something to see there. There probably was, but I just didn't look at it. I kind of don't care about the galactic community, honestly. I just want to make sure that they're not doing anything horrible. Okay, we will head off over this direction. That'll be fine. And we can work on reinforcing this fleet if we wanted to. And I think that's fine to do. We can get started on that since we are working on our influence anyway. There's some more necrophaging happening. That is wonderful. That, of course, does mean... And actually... Okay, so there's a Grim 1 unemployment here. But there's a specialist job open, but it's a necrophyte. Gotcha. Are you a worker class Grim 1? Yes, you are. Okay, so this is a forge world here. We are currently net deficit on our minerals. So let's build a mining district here. And we will then get that done. That will help us be net positive in the minerals, which will help our economy. We also currently have a building slot available here. And that is probably going to need to be an alloy foundry. We'll do that. Excellent. We have reinforcements in transit. That is to be expected. Migration treaties. That's not too relevant to us right now. We're just biding our time because we are definitely going to need to do that. This is an interesting galaxy that we've got going here in that there's quite a lot of relatively large civilizations that we've met. So we're going to have to bide our time and make sure that we're ready before we go on the offensive. It would do no good to have our crusade against life fail. That would just be a waste of resources, which would be antithetical to us. So that is not a good plan. We have to make sure that we're good to go. Okay, we can move in over this way. We can also work on reinforcing this fleet. I'm surprised that we can't afford to reinforce this. Oh, I suppose because all we need is a destroyer and a cruiser, right? So we probably need like 300. That's okay. We'll hold off on that for now. More necrophaging has happened. Wonderful. We have a CB against the Clagian Fellowship. We're not going to use that for the reasons that I just stated. We are not powerful enough to deal with both them and the Corinth Temple of Renewal, and however many else other people would end up doing that. So we're biding our time. Should be fine, though.
A study has been completed.
These guys are still interesting to me. Specifically, I'm interested in attacking them. Not right now, though. We have basic combat rolls. We can get ion disruptors. Level 2 disruptors would be nice. I think we'll do that. And Star Fortresses would be good. Standardized destroyer patterns would also be good. We'll grab Star Fortresses for now, though. Excellent. Now, we should probably go into our expansion planner and expand to this world here. The Clagians are the best ones for that, at 40% habitability, so we will go ahead and do that. Wonderful. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue with our mid-game strategy of getting our economy online and beginning to shift over into our strong militarism as quickly as we possibly can, while still expanding. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.